Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. And today I will be showing you my top 5. What is that? It's so 5 best drivers. My top 5, not yours, mine. So the reason why I considered these top 5 drivers is based on the engineering that was put into them, the creativity, the function, the aesthetics, their appearance, their use, and overall, just my preference. You can have your own top 5 drivers. Each and every one have their own favorite drivers, but this is my favorite. For me, the top 5 best drivers. So don't attack me if you don't see the drivers that you like, okay? So let's start at number 5, which is the atomics. Yep, you can never have enough atomic. Get as many atomic as you can, and as I've said in my previous videos, this is the stamina king. Like, this has the most stamina out of all the drivers. You can test it if you want. You can time its spin and compare it to other drivers. It has a free spinning ball. And also this disc type ring. I mean, a ring that kind of spins also. It's free spinning. Kind of gives it a little, helps it balance, or LAD. Provides LAD. So yeah. This is a must-have. Back then it was really competitive. Now it's outclassed by a lot of drivers with LAD. But for stamina, this is a must-have. It still works with Perfect Phoenix. You gotta have these. These are really good. So let's put them there at number 5. Now, for number 4. It's actually a tie. A tie between gold drivers and metal drivers. Gold metal driver. So why? If you're into action figures and you know what diecast is, basically they incorporate metal on the plastic toy. Gives you the certain satisfaction, a certain feeling that it's more realistic because of the weight and the feeling. So a plastic Iron Man is different from an Iron Man with diecast. It kind of feels more realistic. Same with the metal drivers. It's like a diecast driver. Certain weight, certain feelings, satisfaction of feeling the mass. It's really good. Incorporated the engineering, incorporated metal on the plastic, so it kind of gives the Beyblade more realistic feel when you hold it. And having a gold gold metal driver, yeah, that's a really good combination. I think this is the only driver that is gold and has metal. Charge driver. And yeah, the gold ones. Who doesn't like gold? Look at that. They're all blingy. So basically, it's a tie with these two, the gold and the metal. As long as there's metal on the driver, it's a plus factor for me. I like it. And if it's gold, I like it, even if it's not competitive or it's not a dash driver. So that's number 4. And now for number 3. Number 3 are the free spinning plates. The drivers with free spinning plates. So Volcanic, Hold, Mobius, new one, Destroy, and Bearing. But out of all of this bunch, my favorite is the Destroy driver. Yeah. Again, the creativity and the engineering they put into this, and this are very competitive drivers. You have LAD. Yeah. But the destroy drivers, like all of the functions in one. It's got stamina, attack, and then LAD. And it looks really cool as well. So yeah, these guys are must-have. The atomic is a must-have. The gold and the metal is just basically my preference. I like them, how they look and how they feel. But these, especially these two are a must-have. Bearing. Can't have enough bearing in destroy driver. Destroy dash. Gotta have these. These are really good. These are really competitive. In every 5G deck, I think they have these. So yeah, get these. These are a must-have. They are number 3. So these are must-have. These are for my preference, and these are a must-have, which are competitive. The number 2 best driver from me are the Reboots. Yay! The Reboots. Yep, the Reboots. Not many are familiar with these, although Prime Apocalypse is the latest one that they actually used it. Oh, the gimmick of this is you launch it, and then because of the centrifugal force of the rotation, the stamina tip is there. It kind of gives it still an attack ability, but more stationary or not that fast. And then when it becomes slower, the rotation becomes slower, it goes in, exposing this flat tip, like kind of like jaggy, giving it additional boost in speed at the middle of the fight. So in case your opponents you both are losing stamina at the same time, and then the gimmick kicks in, you're gonna get more speed, at least at the end of the game, later half of the game. Well, it's kind of it's a mechanical function, so your performance will change during the match. You have no control over this. You just have to launch it really hard and then wait for it to kick in. Now, since it's mechanical, it varies from copies. This one, the much wider one, the new one, actually works better than this one. So yeah, it varies. And then the ultimate reboot, same gimmick. It's harder to pull with your nails. Yeah, but you get the idea. That comes out. The difference is when it goes back in, this isn't a plastic flat tip. It's rubber. It has rubber here too. So that means this will get far more greater speed than this. Gives you additional attack speed later in the match. So really cool. They're not really used competitively, but the gimmick is really cool. I mean, you get it's like getting another chance during the match. If your attacks didn't work in the first half, you get another chance. They give you another chance. I mean, what driver does that? It's really cool. And the engineering, they actually put something mechanical inside and that you have no control, and then it works during the match. It's really cool. And they look really awesome as well. I like the driver's thick. Really cool. Are they a must-have? Well, they're cool for casual battles. They're fun to use. If you know how to use them and launch them properly, then they can be competitive. Me, I do use this in competitions. I'm not a fan of rubber tips, so as much as possible, I don't use rubber tips. And that's number 2. Now, the number 1 best driver for me are the mode changers. Ta-da! Yeah, the mode changers. These are like these three are my favorite. Oh, but before we started here with these three, I mean, some might probably mention, oh, why didn't you include operator trans? They're included. They are mode changers. They can shift from attack and defense, and this one has stamina and defense. They can pretty much do that. But these two only have 2 modes. 2. So they're part of the group, but they only have 2 modes. This is an extra Zeta Dash, extra XT plus. These 3. Look at them. They're all red. Like they're like friends. So yeah, the engineering that went into this, the creativity to actually just to put modes. It's especially this one. This one is like a Swiss knife of drivers. It has defense. It has attack, which is Quake, and it's got stamina, which is Fusion. This originally came with Cho-z, Spriggan. So yeah, these are drivers that basically gives you option. I mean, this is cool stamina. This is cool with their looks. These are very competitive. This changes your performance or give you a second chance during the match. But these drivers gives you options. You can just bring one and have fun with your Beyblades. Like you're going out of town and you just need to carry 3 Beyblades or 1 Beyblade and just bring one of these, and then when you play with your cousins or your friends, you can change mode. The XT Plus is the most competitive out of the 3. It has tons of LED. It has stamina, defense, and attack. The attack of this is really crazy. You get a lot of self KO. And the Dimension Dash has six modes. Basically just 2, but on 3 different level of height. So the shortest, and then the tallest. So the shortest stamina mode, where the rubber tip is exposed, it's aligned with that groove right there. And then when you align it with the metal pins, it's no longer exposed. It becomes an attack mode. So it has stamina and attack mode on 3 different heights. This is the shortest. Let's just proceed with the tallest. And the tallest is actually almost as tall as Mobius. So yeah, that's pretty tall. And if you see in the anime, Cho-z Achilles was actually able to avoid the attack because of the height. So yeah, these 3 are like, oh, my favorite. Like, even if these things, I don't need to bring all of them. Maybe these and that, I need those. But yeah, these are really cool. They're like Swiss knives of drivers. The engineering, the function, and the creativity that was put into these 3 drivers. These are the only mode-changing drivers that has more than 2 modes. These 2 have 2 modes. They're mode changers. But these 3 are the only mode-changing drivers. The only thing that bugs us, or bugs me most, is that they didn't come up with a dash version of this. That would be so OP, but yeah, I mean, this has attack. This has an attack mode, so it's justifiable to give it a dash mode, dash version. This has an attack mode, so it's justifiable to give it a dash version. This has an attack mode as well. Why didn't DT give this? Come on, Takara, a dash version. Dash version of this. No, they won't give it because the next Achilles is gonna have dimension. So the next version of XT, we don't know where it's gonna happen or when it's gonna come out. So it doesn't have a dash version, but it's okay. Again, it will be too OP. Now you're probably wondering why there are no electric drivers. First, I don't have any. Second is I don't like electric drivers because they kind of take away the fun part of, or the feeling of, I mean, you launch the Beyblade and then basically the force that you put into it keeps it rotating, right? The electric driver kind of takes away from that. It's not really dependent on your launch that much. Even if you, I mean, yeah, you get the point. It's like somebody else is driving. I like it when I'm the one, my strength, my force is the one that's being used by the Beyblade, not the what do you call that? The engine or the electronic part of the driver. So yeah, my favorite drivers. You can comment down below your favorites, and hopefully you enjoy the video. I know it's a boring one, but yeah, I just wanted to share. I'm gonna be making a video for the main Dash Driver collection. Oh, by the way, I will also be making a series of videos about Beyblade combos. I mean, they're stock combos. And we will be breaking down whether these Beyblades are worth buying. Because a lot of people do not have enough money to actually buy or keep buying Beyblades. They can only afford a few. So they want to make sure they're actually getting money-worthy Beyblade. So yeah, I decided to make a series of videos where we break down whether a Beyblade is actually worth buying. So stay tuned for that. And again, thank you for watching. For all your Beyblade needs, Beyblade news, everything Beyblade, just look in the description below. And you'll find everything you need there. Subscribe, and thank you for watching. Keep safe. Bye.